Well, good morning, YouTube. It is now Saturday morning, and today, Talon, Alyssa, and I are going to head out to Devil's Tower, do some riding around there. So we'll see if we can get some good footage for you. Follow along with us. All right, guys, we just crossed the Wyoming state line, and we're stopping here at the Vor Buffalo Jump. Now, Katie and I stopped here a couple years ago, and it's a pretty interesting thing. They've got a big pit here, and the Indians used to basically herd the buffalo to this giant hole in the ground that was a natural hole as far as I know. And as the buffalo would fall over the ledge of the hole, they were trapped. A lot of them would die on impact or be injured. And then the Indians would have the ability to harvest them. Made use of everything. Every single bone, the teeth. You know, they made tools. They made, hides and clothing. They made clothing out of the hides, and of course they ate the meat and so on and so forth. It's almost sad because a lot of buffalo were slaughtered in the process, but this is how the Indians survived. It's pretty interesting history to learn. All right, everybody, we are now at the Wyoming Welcome Center, right here at exit 199 in Wyoming. It's like a little miniature museum / information center. It's a pretty nice place. There's a lot of information on things. I figure this would be good for Alyssa and Talon, seeing as they have never been here before. Guys, we decided to stop here for lunch in Hewlett, Wyoming. Looks like we're gonna go into the Ponderosa Cafe and grab some lunch just before we hit Devil's Tower. We're not that far away. All right, guys, so we just had lunch at the Ponderosa, and I tell you what, it was fantastic. The best Philly cheesesteak and cheeseburgers I think we've ever had. Fresh cut fries. If you guys are in Hewlett, Wyoming, stop by the Ponderosa, give it a try. All right, everybody, we finally arrived at Devil's Tower. We're at the base of it now. We're gonna walk the loop that walks around it. It's kind of a mild hike, nothing too bad, but it's pretty impressive here, that's for sure. Check it. There you go. It's kind of hard to get it all in frame right now, but we'll get some better pictures.
That was big enough. Under the sun. sun. To be free, be away, big breath that you can't fake. Once you've begun, press my face to the back, all the pillars that stack, and hold up the sun. And hold up the sun. Yes, I'll come back to you. No, I won't ask where you run under the sun. Yes, I'll come back to you. Then I'll ask, what have we done under the sun? To be free, be away, big breath that you can't.
All right, guys, we made it back to the campground, back to Goliath. Fairly early enough. Katie and I are getting ready to go out and have dinner with some friends, so we're going to go ahead and close the video here. So really hope you enjoyed the video. Lots of really cool scenery. You know, there's so much going on with some of the places we've been that I just can't fit in these videos. So I encourage any of you that have the opportunity, get out here and explore your country. There's such great things to see. And I waited really late in life, you know, before I actually evolved my business to work around this travel schedule. There was so much of this country I hadn't seen. So I didn't really start doing any of this until I turned 40. I think it's great that I can bring my son along with me now. And, you know, he's only in his 20s, so he gets to experience it at a much earlier age than I did. And he's really starting to appreciate it and enjoy it as well. So any of you that are at home watching these videos, wishing to get out here and do some of the things that we do, find a way to make it happen. I know that sounds easy, and I know that it can be very difficult, but nothing in life worth doing is easy. You just got to find a way to make it happen. If you don't have the money, let's find a way to increase your income so you do have the money. If you don't have the time, let's find a way to free up some time so you've got the time. You've got to live life. You can't just survive. Got to live. Get out there and do things before life passes you by. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up and share the video with your friends and your family. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to build the subscriber base. And until the next time I see you, you guys keep those engines running.